Recap. Last week we talked about distributives. Okay, a few distributives. And what do distributives do? When we use them correctly, they tell us how the members of a group are referred to. Let's start with the first example. When you talk about both, it means there are only two choices. Like both my eyes are dark brown in color. I only have two eyes. I can't say all my eyes. I'm not a spider. Oh, wait, can somebody tell me, do spiders have 8 separate eyes? Or is it like 2 huge compound eyes? I don't know. You tell me if you know. Otherwise, later I'll look it up on the internet. Anyway, both my arms, I only have 2 arms, right? I don't have 8 arms like an octopus. Okay, so people are telling me spiders have 8 eyes. Thank you very much. So only flies have compound eyes, right? Or maybe some other flies as well. Okay, flies are one example. Okay, cool. Anyway, you don't say all my arms, you say both my arms. You're talking about both arms, right? If you have 3 or more objects, then you say all. Like you can say all my hair. All the hair on my head is okay, it's not black, but all the hair. What else can you say? You can say all my limbs. We have 4 limbs, right? 2 arms, 2 legs. You can say all my teeth. All my teeth. Okay, that's how we use all. You cannot use all if you're just talking about 2 things. It's very strange. People will look at you and get confused. So you don't say all my eyes. Next, when we use all or both, we use a plural noun. For example, all the cadets. Okay, cadets. And you have to also use a plural verb. Have. Okay, I want to change this to plural noun plus verb. Noun plus verb. Okay, all the cadets have. And all both and both of can usually be used interchangeably, but there are some situations where you can only use one option. For example, the first one says both of us have been to Mars. You try dropping out. If you try dropping the off, you will see how it sounds weird. Both us have been to Mars. That sounds weird, right? You have to say both of, and the group is us, so both of us. Oh, actually it says some spiders have 2 eyes, others have 8 eyes. Okay, I didn't know that. Anyway, I'll check. Zenzi is okay, welcome. And then the next one, see, both the sun and the moon. When you list out the items in a group, you just say both. It's not both of the sun and the moon. When you say both of, you are referring to the whole group. Okay, and remember, each is singular. When you use each, then you have to use a singular verb. Okay, by the way, spiders are not insects. They are arachnids. Insects have 6 legs and 3 segmented bodies. So each pilot has, you see, has is a singular verb, right? He has, she has, not they has. So when you use each, you have to use a singular verb. Because why? We are talking about each person in the group one by one. You, and you, and you. Okay? Yeah, you know what? Let's go on to the questions because it seems like you guys have pretty much mastered this. I won't carry on so much on the summary. Let's go. All the what submitted their homework. Take note, we're using the word all, so we need a plural. So to get an understanding of how well you guys did, we have 160 here. 160 people. So it's not bad. Most of you figured out that the answer is this: students have. Okay, a large majority, the next popular answer was number 1. But number 1 is wrong because has is a singular verb. When we use the word all, we're talking about the plural. So has does not match students. Let's use a different color. Right? Students is plural. It's like they have. We don't say they has. Right? Okay, so that's the answer. And number 3 and 4 are wrong because those are singular nouns. We are talking about many students. Okay. Is had possible? Yeah, it's possible. You can definitely say had depending on how you're talking about the sentence. If you see, so if this question had both has, if this question had 2 options, one says had, one says have, then both are acceptable. You need more words to give you context to tell you what are we talking about. Okay, that's why in this sentence I just use go. What? My arms are sunburned. Okay, take note. How many arms do you have? Or most of us, how many arms do most of us have? How inconvenient. It's either both, all, each, or each of. Okay, so if you are not sure what is inconvenience, there is hassle. It's a hassle. It's the opposite of convenient. Okie dokie, 135. First high score of the day. Well done. So the answer is both. Okay. Most, I'm very confident most of us here have two arms. Why do I say most? Because it's possible that somebody in the audience has one arm, right? Maybe you're born with one arm, it's possible. Or maybe sometimes people have to have their limbs amputated because of a medical condition, or because of, or maybe they lose a limb in an accident. So to cut off a limb is called to amputate. Okay? Amputate. So someone who has lost a limb is known as an amputee. Okay, you really never know. You see, like I said, there are 168 of you here. So there is a chance somebody is, somebody has one arm. Wait, okay. Amputee. Amputate is the verb. Amputee is a person who has had a limb amputated. Okay. We don't count the first question as a high score, by the way. The first question is just the benchmark. It's obviously high when you have nothing to compare to. So definitely not all my arms. Each my arms is wrong. And each of is wrong, because if you use each, you need to use the singular verb, is. However, in this question, we used are. Okay, there's a clue for you. If you missed that, then oh well. Let's carry on to bubble question 3. What a beautiful cat. What its 4 paws is singular verb, is covered in glossy white fur, while the rest of its fur is black in color. So somebody might ask, yo guys, it went to 94. Okay, so obviously there's no option 4. I mean, if you pick it, it doesn't correspond to anything, so it's definitely wrong. So to the 29 people who picked option 4, oops, that's sad. You're making an upset face. It's not dead, okay, it's a sad face. Like, anyway, we have the singular verb is. Let's write that down. Singular verb. And remember what I said? Each is singular. Suppose use each. So definitely not both. Another reason why we know it's not both is because we are talking about 4 paws. 4, not 2 paws. We're talking about 4 paws. So the question is it each or each of? If you try and say it out, you realize that each sounds weird. Each, it's 4 paws. Huh. It's supposed to be each of. Okay, each of its 4 paws. That's the answer. Let's go on to bubble question 4. Let's go. What the pilot has been briefed. Okay, please read the options carefully before you select. Option 1 says both. Option 2 says both of. Option 3 says each. And option 4 says each of. Remember, if you see the singular verb, it means what? Okay, time's up. Let's look at option number 1 and 3. We know these two are definitely wrong because they are missing the word of. Okay, actually, no, let's cancel that. Let's look at number 1, okay? You can say both or both of. This is an example of a sentence where you can use both or both of. Both the pilots have been briefed, or both of the pilots have been briefed. But do you notice you have to use have? But the question I have here says has. Therefore, number 1 and 2 cannot apply. It has to be each, because we are talking about them one at a time. To brief someone is to give them instructions, to explain what things are going to be about. Okay, so for example, before you go on a learning journey, you might get a safety briefing from your teacher or the tour guide, depending on what it is, a safety briefing. They will tell you what you need to know about for safety and whatever else, okay? So now we're left with 3 and 4, and yeah, very few of you pick number 3 because you know, if you just say each the pilots, you know something's strange, something's missing. It has to be each of the pilots has been briefed, singular verb. Each is singular. The score tanked, it went to 74. So it looks like we have to wait a while before we get our high score sum. Bubble question 5, let's go through this now. I can't carry anymore. I already have 2 bags in what hand? Let me show you how this looks like if you're not sure. You wait for my drawing before you answer. Okay, 1 hand. And then there's more, there's more. See how many bags are there all together? Okay, the answer is in each hand. That means left hand, 2 bags, right hand, 2 bags. Each singular. We are referring to the right hand first and then the left hand, or the left hand first and the right hand. Okay, so like somebody pointed out, if you want to say each of my, each of works differently. If you want to say each of, then you have to group it up. Then become what? Hands, each of my hands. So let's look at the answers. Some people say both. Really? Do we say both hand? Do we say both hand, guys? This is the singular. If you want to use both, you have to say both hands. But this is hand, so not both. In all hand? No, that's not how we speak. In each hand is correct. I already have 2 bags in each hand. Take note. If you say in each hand means left hand 2 bags, right hand 2 bags. If you say I have 2 bags in both hands, it could be misunderstood. It could mean total you have 2 bags. It's a bit vague there. Okay? And like you guys pointed out, if you want to say each of, yes, each of my hands. Sorry, I misunderstood. Each of my hands, plural. And you have to add this word. Okay, so the answer is number 3. The score went down again to 63. It's okay. We will see what we can do. This is a recap, by the way. What's going on? Anyway, doesn't matter. If you're not sure, remember to watch the lesson from last week again and try the questions, okay? Sometimes it's good to have a little gap before you go back to practicing. It will help give your brain some time to get used to what you just learned. Okay, so today we're talking about grammar, close. Note that close is spelled with a Z on purpose. It's a German word. Okay, it's not an English word. In English, if you want to spell close, like shut, it's C-L-O-S-E. But this is a German word, so that's why Z. So there are many kinds of close passages that you do in school. Today we're talking about grammar. It's always a good idea to read everything first. Read the whole passage. Okay, let's look at this. Here are the steps. Here are the instructions followed by the steps. I want you to take note that you are asked to fill in the blank with the correct letter. Can you also take note that letter and alphabet are 2 different things? They are not the same. It's wrong if I say my name begins with the alphabet F. Yo, no. The alphabet is the collection of letters. The English alphabet has 26 letters. Okay? So if you talk to a child who's at K2, K1, you can ask them, have you learned your alphabet? It means your A to Z. If they say yes, it means they know all 26 letters. Okay? So we are supposed to write the letter, but I encourage you to write the letter and the word. Right, Nicolette? Okay, bye-bye. Why? So that when you go back to check, it's easy. You don't have to look back to the helping words back and forth, back and forth. This is the tip that I gave you for advice that I gave you for those closed passages when you have helping words. Okay, you will definitely come across closed passages without helping words, so nothing to write there. Once you have used helping words, cross them out so you don't repeat, and also you can help make things easier, especially when you become stuck. You can try the remaining words and fit them into the blank to see which one is suitable. And at the end, please reread your entire passage to make sure it makes sense. You know how many times when I ask my student to reread when I ask my students to reread the passage, they will read one line and look at me and heh. So I say, what heh? And the answer is nonsense. Right? You are able to identify your mistakes yourself if you just have the patience to reread. So let's try one together. We'll read the whole thing and then let's look at it. Tyler was fascinated by what crime scene investigation TV show? If I just look at this blank, I know that there are two possible answers. Could be it could be the. So let's carry on reading to get a confirmed answer. What show's unpredictable plot and interesting characters captivated Tyler? We're talking about the plot. Plot, not plots. So how many shows are we talking about? We're talking about one show. Therefore, we now know that blank number 2 is the shows. Let's write the letter B. Cross it out. And blank number 1 should be a. He's fascinated by a crime scene investigation TV show. So maybe there are 3 crime scene investigation shows on TV, but 2 of them are lousy and just one of them gets his attention. Okay? We are left with one answer, but let's not just, oh, Mr. Fawaz, there's one word left. That should be the answer. Always check. Maybe you made a mistake somewhere. He would watch this TV show every day without fail. He was so inspired that he wanted to be an FBI agent. Okay, we are good. An FBI agent. Mr. Fawaz, why do we say an? FBI starts with the letter F. We use the article an, when the next word starts with a vowel sound. Say it with me. Vowel sound. Shall I make it more clear? F is F. See, the first sound is F. What does FBI stand for? Federal Bureau of Investigation. That's okay. Federal means it's associated with the government. Bureau is like a department, like a department. You know what's a department? In your school, everybody works together, right? All the teachers work together. But there's an English department, math department, science department. You're like a subgroup. FBI is in the USA. In Singapore, I think it's called CID. Criminal Investigation Department. I don't know. I'm not sure. You go check it out. Anyway, but question 6. Frogs have existed for a very long time. Currently, there are close to 8,300 species. This is types. Okay, so if you use the word types, you know what comes next, right? Species, what frogs in the world? COP, C-O-P. C-O-P is another word for police officer. But it's not a short form, okay? It's a word, COP. Is it? Wait. Let me find out if it's a real word. Because sometimes it's slang. Yeah, it's an informal word. Let's write that down. Informal word. That means don't use it in your writing. When we speak with our friends, we can say COP. Yeah, so those of you who are paying attention, you would have heard the answer. It's so obvious, right? Then there's another one, SWOT. And T. Anyway, we have high score number 2. Okay, 2 people picked number 1. Or is it 3 people? It must have been an accident. The answer is off, right? There are how many types of frogs? If you're not sure, try all the words and you'll realize only one of them makes sense. You wouldn't say types on frogs, types in frogs, types from frogs, only types of frogs. Okay, makes sense. Likewise, species of frogs. This is the answer. Okay, are we cool? Daniel says there are 4,810 and not 8,300. Really? I don't know. I got this passage from somewhere else. Okay, so those of you who are curious, you can go and look it up. Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, let's go check it out later. Okay, okay. Barbara, question 7. And obviously I'm wiping my nose, hence you can't see my face. When she chanced, what, you know what? Let me cancel this first. Let me cancel. You know what? I want to explain this question before we start, because I realize this is the one question that there are many things people are unsure about. So let's break it down, okay? When she chanced what a job listing. To chance, this phrase, right, means to come across. Okay, come across by chance. She didn't plan for it. She was looking somewhere and then, hey, what is a job listing? It is an advertisement where a company says, we need a new cashier. Call this number to join us. Job listing, the company lists the jobs that are available. Okay, we want people to join us for this position. If you want to join this company, send your email to blah, blah, blah. So she saw a job listing put up what? A marketing company. This is a company that helps you with selling. For example, let's say I want to create a new product. I call them nice notebooks. And I'm not sure how to sell them. I'm not sure how to get my product to the shops. What kind of advertisements I should use? Should I use Facebook ads, Instagram ads? I can go to a marketing company. They will help me out. They will sort it out and help me sell my product. That's just a brief summary, okay? So Melanie applied for it means Melanie said, yes, I want this job. And whether she gets it or not is that's another story. Okay, bubble question, let's go. Say put up. Put up means like so-called pasted somewhere or put it on a notice board. Put up. Okay, the word is correct. Put up, not pop up. To pop up is to appear. When you want to check how a word is pronounced, you can try a few things. If you go to a dictionary website like Collins Dictionary or Macmillan or whatever, or dictionary.com, oftentimes there's a speaker icon beside the word, right? So you can click it for a pronunciation. If you want to use another method, you can just go to Google and type the word. So pronunciation, or you can write pronounce, type the word. Okay, usually Google will have a search result that gets the audio from a dictionary website. Definitely not advertisement. The emphasis is on adverb. You know what? Let's do it now. Pronounce, adverb. Okay, let's just listen to it.
Advertisement.
Okay, British advertisement. Again.
Advertisement.
Could you hear that? Advertisement. Now let's try American.
Advertisement.
Advertisement. Now we know advertisement is American. Advertisement is British with your teacups and your tea, right? Advertisement is British, which is but I know a lot of you watch these American YouTubers, so I know a lot of you kids speak like American. So if you speak like an American and you say advertisement, that's fine. Okay, that's your deal. I don't have a problem with that. Anyway, 63, it's a tie score. People pick this. This is the correct answer. So let's look at it. The phrase is chance upon. Okay, to chance upon something is to come across something. You can also say to chance on. So some of you might remember in some of the previous lessons, I accidentally wrote on in options 1 and 2. My mistake. So to chance upon something is to stumble upon something. You might have heard that, stumble upon. Okay. So definitely not 1, definitely not 2. And then I asked you, I told you, right, to put up is to like post it somewhere. So who put up the advertisement? The marketing company. So it was put up by a marketing company, not on the company. The company is not a person or a thing, you know, like, I mean, yeah, it has an office, but like, that doesn't make sense. Which wall do you put it on, you know, like, that's not how it works, okay? It's put up by somebody, okay? The question 8, it's easy for us to take technology for granted. Because what see these things daily, most of us don't stop to think about how fascinating our devices really are. I'm going to drop hints in 5 seconds. Okay, so if you really need help, then you wait. Wait. Hint time. It's easy for us. R. You notice R sounds a bit like ARE. Our devices. It sounds like ARE. I know in Singapore we like to say our. our. Our 是什么 ？Our 啊，你好吗？ Not a high score, good nonetheless. So good that my nose is starting to flow. Hour, yeah, like HOUR, not hour, okay? So yeah, in everything I've highlighted here, we are referring to the plural, the group of us. So it has to be we. That just matches the context. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, it's important to read not just that blank that you're looking at, or not even just a few words beside it. Read more, so you are definitely sure of what's going on. Okay, if you just look at this short, if you look at this part I'm highlighting in pink, because what see this is daily. If you look at just that part, then definitely 1, 2, and 4 will fit. How can it be that all answers are acceptable? That's how you have to read everything. Okay, Bible question 9, I want to define something first. Numerous means many. Forms means types. So there are many types of exercise. One of them is what? Ready, go. Let me give you a hint, okay, of exercise types. You have jogging, you have swimming, you have boxing, you have planking. No, that's not planking. That's not a sport. That's lame. You have, what else you have? Running. I'm giving you a hint, okay? You see all these words have something in common. If you are alert, you would see the pattern and you would know 2 options are definitely out. Jumping, is that really a form of exercise? Jumping rope, jumping. If you say, okay, you know, it's possible if your school has a jump rope team, a skipping team, right? Or skipping is another one. They might call it the jump team. Maybe. Wait, skimming? What is skimming? Okay, I don't know about that. Jumping jacks. Okay, jumping jacks are different from just jumping. Tugging. Huh, do you say tugging of war? No, tug of war is a name. The sport is called tug of war. So if you say I do tug of war as an exercise, okay, that's fine. Cycling, yes, cycling. Pulling of rope. They call me Fawaz. I spend my time with the pulling of rope. Okay, ow! I kicked something. Ow! My foot. 129. Not a high score, but hey, you get what you get. It is what it is. Okay, so the answer is sailing, right? Sailing is the sport. Not 3, not 4. So now you have to ask yourself, one of them is sailing. Okay, we know the first blank is sailing. And what is the verb? This is the noun, right? If you do the act of sailing, then you say what? I began to sail. Let's try another one together, but because this is a bit long, right? I don't have time to read the whole thing first, okay? So we will do it as we go along. And if we ever find that we are doubtful, we can KIV. Keep in view, is that what it means? KIV, like keep in mind that we have to come back to it. Okay, that's KIV. So my nose is back in action. Guess who's back? My nose is back. Okay. If you look at the helping words, all of them are different forms of the verb come. We have all the different tenses, past, present, future, blah, blah, blah. So now we have to read the passage, okay? Daddy is not what home for my birthday, sighed Joshua. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. Daddy is not coming home. This is the only one that fits, right? So let's cross out coming. Don't worry, I'm sure he, what? He's trying his best to get an early flight home. So you see, this birthday is something that is going to happen, right? So yeah, I'm sure he what? It could be he is coming. That could work, but there's no is coming here, right? So the closest one we have is will come. I'm sure he will come because it's going to happen in the future. Cross it out, put it down. He's trying his best to get an early flight home, reassured his mother. To reassure is to repeat something to make someone feel confident. He thought of his classmates. At least they. So since we have already determined that the birthday is not there yet, right? What do we use for this one? Okay, we want to talk about a potential is happening in the future. And if you notice, everything over here is in the past tense, right? Everything here is past tense. So if you say they are coming, it doesn't match the tense of the passage. So yeah, so the best one would be they would be coming. They would be coming to his party. So you can use the verb. You can use would. Okay, it's not a verb. The modal. You can use would for two situations. Number one, when you're talking about the past tense, when using the past tense, you use would. For example, I would have. Okay, happened already. I would have gone to the show. Over. I can't do it now. It's done in the past. At the same time, you can also use would for imaginary situations. For example, what would you do? What would you do if you saw Superman outside your window right now? See, right now. But I use the word would. What would you do? Okay, so would has two functions. And then we look at the last one. Suddenly he saw a familiar figure holding a suitcase and walking towards him. He couldn't believe his eyes. Daddy, you came. Correct, because came is the arrival, right? The father has already arrived. That's why he came. Okay, he arrived. That's why he's now walking towards his son. He arrived at home. Okay, so that's why it's came. Not you are coming. Because if you are coming, the father is on the way in the flight. Daddy, you are coming home? You're on the flight? That's coming home. You are coming. But now the father is here. He can see the father. So came. Okay, that's cool. This is how it looks like. And I just want to tell you guys, if you ever find a blank and you realize, hey, there could be two answers, it's okay. Keep in mind that both are possible. Later come back and try both. Let's go ahead and try. But question 10, just short sentences. Ready? Go. Mother, are you thirsty? What? I get you something to drink. Sally stood patiently awaiting her mother's response. So you see, Sally is being very patient. She offered. And now she's waiting for an instruction. Let's write that down. Waiting for an instruction. There is no tension. She's very willing to help. So that tells you that one of the options definitely cannot fit. Not a high score, but it's decent. Okay, there are 176 of you here. So if you look at the percentage, that's okay. That's fine. Jody, I like your attitude. That's cool. So the answer is shall, because in this situation, she's just asking the mother, shall I? Shall I or shall I not? Tell me what to do. And she's not having some kind of quarrel. Why do I say quarrel? Because if you look all the way at number 4, must. You use must when you feel a little bit reluctant. Huh? Must I? Must I attend Mr. Fawa's Geniebook lesson? He's so lame. He's got this black stuff on his face. What is it called? A beard? More like weird. Okay, so you say must when you don't want to, and you really like, you're dreading it. So yeah, correct. She stood patiently. So she won't say, must I get you some? No, it doesn't make sense. Now, if you say will, it's not like her mother is some kind of fortune teller. Mother, will I get you some water? Tell me. Then the mother's like, no. Then Sally says, psych, here you go, water. Mother, no longer psychic. You see how it doesn't make sense? Will is like for the future. So you ask will if you, more importantly, if you are asking someone to tell you about their future actions. Like, Mother, will you be cooking dinner tonight? Or will we be going out? See, that one makes more sense. None. You will be cooking, Sally. No. Must I? See, must. Would doesn't make sense because as I told you, would is either for the past tense or for a hypothetical situation. Let me just write that word down in case some of you want to know. Hypothetical. That means an if. What if? Right? Associated with the word hypothesis. The hypothesis of an experiment is your what if. I think it might happen this way. Then you test your hypothesis. Is it true or is it false? And if a hypothesis can be proved many times and it's very solid, very rigorous, then it can become a theory. Okay. So another option that could be possible in this question is should. Mother, should I get you something to drink? Possible. Okay. Shall. There we go. But better question 11, second last question. Let's go. Giant squids are one of the largest sea creatures out there. They what? About 900 kilograms and are almost 10 meters long. So if you look here, kilograms is a measurement of what? Is it measurement of height? Yeah, you use a weighing scale to measure your. This is kilograms. So 900 kg. For reference, me, I am 71 kilograms. 10 of me will still not be as heavy as a giant squid or as a bigger one. So yeah, there's a difference between mass versus weight. There's a difference, okay? You know what? We should have been using the correct one all along. But people just say weight, now we just say weight. So measure mass should be in kilograms. Correct? Weight should be in newtons. Because force equals mass times acceleration. But you know why? But you know what? In everyday conversation, we just tend to say, oh, weight is in kilograms. By right is mass. Take note of your math questions. Okay, so mass is supposed to be in kilograms. So what is the proper answer? The proper answer is weigh. They weigh. Why is it weigh? Because we are talking about they. It rhymes. Okay, they weigh, plural. Somehow only 83 people got this. We don't say they grow about 900 kilograms. No. If you want to say grow, then you should say something like this. They can grow up to. But if you use the word grow, we usually talk about length. Okay, Owen needs help. Which word are you not sure about? Grow usually talks about length. So when you meet a relative that you haven't seen for some time, then they'll say, oh, you have grown. Why? Because you are taller now. They don't know whether you're heavier or lighter, right? Usually when we say grow, we say grow up, taller, height. Or in this case, length, because squid. So they weigh. If you want to say weighs, it has to be for a singular noun. He weighs. She weighs. Okay, so how can it be only 83? Because 46 people picked this answer, 12 picked this, 13 picked this. Yeah, guys, do the math. It adds up, but and 15 people didn't answer. I don't know, I thought I gave you enough hints, but it's okay. Remember what I said, as long as you try, that's fine. Okay, last verbal question. Let me go through this sentence first, or these two sentences before we start, okay? Last sentence, last question before we end the class today. Wait, why did, huh? Oh, I panicked for a while. My launcher, never mind. The promise, what a better life. That means it's like the idea. The idea, what? Let's write that down. The idea of a better life is an exciting thing for many. What does it mean? It means that if you think about an exciting life, You'll be like, if you think about a better life, you'll be, hey, that sounds good. However, it refers to this idea, okay? Wrong pen. It refers to the idea of the promise. This idea is nothing more what just a dream. It cannot be anything else. It's just a dream unless you put in effort. So if you just think about a better life, but you don't do anything, it will forever remain a dream. So this clue for you is we want to compare. For example, taller, what you, I am. What's this word? There's a hint. Double question 12, let's go. Okay, 1158. Even after all those major hints, the promise of a better life, or the idea of. If you were listening closely, you might have heard me accidentally say the answer out loud. Okay, so it's definitely of, not promise then a better life. No, the idea of something. Okay, so it's definitely this, and it is nothing more there. See, then is a comparison. We are comparing the idea to a dream. Okay, this is a P3 lesson, guys. It's fine. This is a P3 lesson, so all the P3s you are fine. Okay. Are we okay for this question, or is there anything else that you're not sure about?